Hey, heavy hitters, what's good? So, I'm sitting here with my boy Jay. He's out of the hospital today. Just came by, brought us a little hospital plate of some salmon and what was it, zucchini and carrots and
Potatoes.
potatoes. You know, he's able to eat once again. He's lost over 40 pounds. And he wanted to share his gratitude with you guys. You know, the donations are what's going to be able to help him get by. Tell him what's going on with you, because I don't even know the full extent of it. You know what I mean? Like, what do you have going on?
Um, I got pancreatitis and a gallstone kicked out and went into the bile duct of the liver, and they had to go in and remove that stone into the liver, and then they put a stent in the liver. The next step is to remove the gallbladder, and then they're talking about options for the cancer inside of the liver, different types, this or that. And if they can't do that, or if it doesn't seem viable, there's also a blood clot that's in the way of them getting a biopsy from the cancer. They said that the tumor markers show what it is. Um, so if they can't run with one of the options, either freezing it, chemical, what have you, then they're going to put me on the donor list, and that's going to be out of USC Keck, which is up in LA. Things are going good now.
Positive attitude.
I'm seeing
Positive
things.
attitude.
I'm seeing things just line up in my life, and it's I'm not going to lie to you, man. There's time. I'm just human, There's times when I just whoa, it trips me out, But that's when I'm in self. But when I'm outside of self and looking forward and moving forward, like the people taught me in AA to do, then I just see it as the next step, and that's what I feel is going to happen. And the next step after the options, if they can't do it that way, then it's a liver transplant at a USC Keck, which is one of the best transplant centers in the U.S.
You hear that? You still got high hopes, guys. So your high hopes would help us with him. You know what I mean? Keep him in your prayers. Go ahead and finish laying it out. I just want them to see that fucking attitude is everything. You know what I mean? Like having a positive attitude towards this instead of woe is me. You know, you're handling it like a true soldier, bro. You know, like you've got almost 30 years in the institution, and you come out here to the streets, and it just seems like it'd be so much easier to give up at times. But that's not the case, Jay. You're a warrior. You know, we need you to keep pushing. They love your stories. My little crashing of my car and this and that seems like such minute shit when I compare it to what you have going on. So, Nunez, thank you for the card. You were our number one, our first email person, and you've continuously written to us. So for that, we're extremely grateful. If you guys do care to help Jay out with anything, you can go to the PayPal and Blue. And like I said, how'd you receive your mail? Unopened, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like what you guys look out for Jay for is what Jay gets. So it's hard for him and Kim, and it's hard for us to step up on this channel and ask for funds to help Jay out. But she's got a life. Bills don't quit coming just because whatever, here I am getting a tattoo, and he's over here struggling with what he's struggling with. So I just wanted to say thank you guys. You know what I mean? Like Jay's gratitude keeps me flowing with gratitude. So it's like, what, 2 in the afternoon right now? It's 2 in the afternoon. We're trying to cut a video. We've been kicking a little bit this morning, and I just thought that he ought to touch bases with you guys and let you know. So he's going to live forever now on YouTube no matter what, So go ahead and finish wrapping up with, let him know what's going on.
To touch on some of the things he said that hit home with me, as soon as
I'll be right back. Go ahead.
What I see, as soon as he lost his car, through that accident, there was a lot of gratitude that he expressed, that his woman was good, she was alive, and he just expressed nothing but gratitude, and normally that's not the case with people, he's told me many, many times to just keep pushing, keep moving forward, you know, through lots of phone calls. When I call him, you know, he'd wake up, he'd be sleeping, but he'd always take my call. And those were some of the things that he taught me. Just keep pushing, keep moving forward. And all I'm really doing is staying willing. You know, and when I'm not,
Teachable.
you know, I'll dig my heels in. And when I'm not,
Okay, we're having a little trouble with the smooth. We broke it last night, so go ahead. I'll work on this. You work on continuing.
So when I'm not in gratitude, you know, I'll remember his words, you know, or I'll call him, man, and reach out. And he always pushes me forward.
Oh,
man.
shit, sorry.
No problem, dude.
Yeah, I try and answer for him when I can, you know, like it seems like he calls at some pretty inconvenient times sometimes, but how do you have inconvenient times for a friend? You know what I mean? If you want to have good friends, you have to be a good friend, you know? If you want to find a way, you'll find a way. If not, you'll find an excuse. I say it all the time to you guys. So, you know, please keep Jay in your prayers. She's got some funny stories, but all that life is gone. You know, all that prison life is gone, man. You know, now he's out here trying to do what real people do. So I hope I didn't screw this up too much. I hope you guys can still see us. We're practically holding hands here.
Hey, now.
So, hi. So, guys, just wanted to, you know, you see the smile on his face. If he can go through what he's going through and smile, so can you guys. So, you know, I'm grateful for the 18,000 plus. You guys are an inspiration to me. To hear the gratitude come out of some of these people's voices that you've given them a little platform to shine, it's amazing. Last night, my boy, you know, Ink Pimp was tattooing on me, and he took a drink off a beer, and he drinks on occasion. He's not an alcoholic according to him. It's not my business, but trust and believe, I wouldn't let somebody over here drunk tattooing on my head. And not everybody I know is in the program. It's just unrealistic. So, you know, it's not my call to call and tell anyone that they're an alcoholic or an addict. That's their choice, you know, and all I can do is be a beacon, you know, an example of what we have going on. And I'd appreciate no judgment on anybody that comes on the show. Some people are just trying to get there. Some people have already found that, you know, it's the way they want to go. And some people haven't come to terms with what they need to do yet. And it's not for me to determine whether they need to do it or not. So, you guys, Kim's having a little bit of a rough time. It's hard to have your man in and out of hospital and coming to visit, doing this and that. Gas money starts to add up. So if you're able to help Jay out, we're not going to start some GoFundMe thing or something like that. Just heavy hitters look out for each other. You know what I mean? We don't shoot our wounded, and we try and look out for each other. So anything that comes for Jay is going to Jay, you know? So please keep that in mind. You know, if you got it a little better than the next guy, then maybe you can extend a hand. If not, it's okay. We appreciate your support just by coming on and watching the channel. Hopefully we bring something to your life that is worth you continuously coming to the channel, you know? I don't know, it's funny, we've been to a lot of the same prisons, and then we're out here and we're free, but yet we're still stuck in some sort of prison.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that
Yeah.
prison sometimes is up here, and, you know, your recovery has been remarkable, bro. You know, like, you're doing what you needed to do, and I have a lot of respect for that. I know a lot of people out there, whether they want to admit it or not, would be living in so much fear, myself possibly included. Like, but I gave up on being afraid of death a long time ago, you know? But to come to terms with that, you know, it's painful. And to lay in a hospital bed when your old lady's suffering with the electric bill, the phone bill, blah, 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 it makes you feel a little less than, you know, and I get it. That's why, you know, we're reaching out a little bit. I don't know, you can go to PayPal, look out for Jay. Please just write down that it's going towards Jay. Otherwise, I have the bed to look out for, because I'm starting to reinvest in the bed. It was a good thing to do. It's getting winter time. get some people off the streets, and sometimes if they get 10 days clean, they realize that this is the way to go, you know? So, and which was Jay's story. I mean, he came in, he wasn't, you know, kicking and fighting with, oh, I can't wait to be clean, you know what I mean? You came in not sure, fucking unaware of your surroundings, like, you know, we do have it a little more jaded than the next person because of where we've been, what we've seen, and the trust issues that we have. So, you know, like, commendable, bro, for sure. Respect as far as that goes. You know, you're taking care of what you're supposed to be taking care of. So, and they want to hear more J Mouse stories, you know what I mean? More Blue Bandana stories, you know? You've got a life full of stories, and we'd like to get as much as we can on YouTube while you're with us. As long as the gods allow us, you to be with us, and we'll get you out there and have you, you know, do you have grandchildren?
No, no children.
Okay, so you're gonna have friends that are gonna want to see you for however long, plus you're gonna go on for eternity now that YouTube's, you know, brought you a platform to be able to reach out. Some of you guys have been extremely kind as far as your donations go. We appreciate that. You know, please put Jay's name though once again, because like some of you have been helping me with the car issue as well, and hopefully by this weekend I'm going to be able to go out and buy a car. And I'm not counting on you guys for that. Come on, you know what I mean? Like I work too, so gratitude, man, just overflowing with it. So anyway, you want to say goodbye, say hi to anyone?
I wanted to say thank you, thank all of you very much from my heart. You know, the letters that I've read, especially Nunez. My wife's teaching me to visualize my higher power, and she said just close your eyes and visualize them. And the photograph, the inside the card that you sent, that's exactly what was coming to my mind. We're talking about the past week, but in full, you know. And I'm like, it's right on time. And these little things, to me, they're big things, and it builds me inside, and it lets me know that I'm connected. And his car, when I was in Plan C, no one has a car over there. He'd show up over there and take us out for pizza and to eat and stuff like that. You know, he came from there, and he hasn't forgotten where he's come from. And I think it's amazing that you guys can, you know, relate to us and reach out to us too, man. My first sponsor told me, he goes, hey, you know what, you're going to help me more than you.
Right.
And I thought, you know, what? I ain't got nothing to offer. What am I going to do, steal a bicycle for you? You know what I mean? Because that's all I was in my mind. But it's it's slowly changing and seeing how I can be of service, how I can be helpful. You know, washing coffee cups, picking up cigarette butts, taking a phone call. I was taking a few calls, and one of my friends was out there, and he's now back in. You know, a lot of prayer, you know, a lot of prayer, a lot of frustration, but learning where I stop. You know, and I don't have to struggle, I don't have to fight, I don't have to do any of those things anymore. And he mentioned being here. There was a moment in my sobriety where I was standing there waiting on the bus, and I realized that 30 years of prison was gone, and I was just enjoying the day. And I wasn't afraid of tomorrow. You know, the stuff I read in the book had come true in that moment. You know?
Promises.
And I was like, man, I couldn't believe it. You know, I was like, what? You know, and it's really a great thing, man. And I really wanted to thank all of you and Ernie and Mike and all these guys that are helping. You know, you guys are great, man. My doctors are great, and if I don't get, you know, too uptight, because I'll try and play the doctor in there too. You know, wait, hold on. There's a part in the book that talks about that too, the director, and then I'll back up. And
Trying to be the director of the show.
You know, one doctor told me, he goes, hey, look, man, he goes, your job is to sit there and make your world a little better place where you're at. That's why I went to college. Relax, you know, and they understand, you know. It's really something to see, man. And as far as Kim goes, man, she showed up at the hospital one night with a blanket and a pillow, and I wasn't gonna say nothing. She was trying to stay overnight. She was there every day, you know, and you guys were there every day in my thoughts too. And Ernie, I always think of him, man.
I always think of Ernie.
So I always, you know, when I heard him share for the first time at Plant C, I'm like, that's my guy. You know, that's my guy. You know, I could relate to him, and he opened a lot of doors for me just by talking to me.
And we'll get him on the show, you know. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to touch bases with you, let you get a sit down with Jay. Respect to all those that got it coming, and you know who you are. Some of you guys go above and beyond. Eminem, thank you. You know, Kenneth, thank you. Jessica, thank you. White Light Rising, thank you. When you guys hit me up so often that your names are embedded in there, because you got to remember, I get tons and tons of, I try and read all of them, you know what I mean? I try to respond to the majority of them. And if they're just too, you know, PlayStation 6 game shit, I don't want to respond to them, you know what I mean? It's just not what I do. A little thicker than that. So, you guys, thank you so much. You know, thank you so much for being part of the channel. Thank you for supporting Jay. Thank you for supporting Magic. Thank you for supporting myself. Thank you for being you. You know, like, I don't know, you guys, you hear a lot of thank yous right now, but that's really what I feel is gratitude, and gratitude is a wonderful thing to receive and to give. So, with that said, some people want it to happen, some people need it to happen, but heavy hitters make it happen. Nothing but love and respect shot your way. Have a great day.